Yo, Nation, what's cracking? Your boy Dirty, live in the basement. Yeah, I'm here in the middle of the day. A little early. I might be back tonight, but yet and still, I just want to pull up in the daytime, man. Shoot the shits with everybody, man. Talk about the wild day that took off yesterday. You know what I mean? The franchise tags, the big contracts. You know, I know it's a day late, but I want to let everybody get their things out the way yesterday, man. And then today we're just gonna talk about some wild and crazy shit, maybe some things that can happen, maybe things that we would like to happen. You know, it just all depends, man. But before we get into the show, shout out to everybody pulling up right about now. Diego, what's cracking with your nephew? Yo, Tube, what's cracking? Tsunami Raider, what's the deal with you folks? Knock Andrew, good morning to you too, brother. What's up with you? Raider Ross, good morning, my friend. B1s, what's cracking with you, bro? Salute to you. Kane Town, my dude. What's the deal, man? Hope everybody's having a wonderful, blessed day. Rod Gas, man. Hey, yo, shout out to you, bro, too, man. All the way from Mexico. I feel you, man. We appreciate the love and support down there, man. And we stand behind y'all as well. Adrian, what it do with you, man? What up? Mr. Nick, salute to you. Chaos Raider, salute to you too, my friend. Man, like I said, I hope everybody's having a wonderful and blessed day. Raiders, Pinoy, what's cracking with you, man? Lila, if it's your first time in the basement, man, please hit that subscribe, hit that like button. You know what I mean? If you want to. If not, hey, not a big deal to me. You know what I mean? I'm here for the love, here for the support to the nation. You know what I mean? Thomas Hernandez, what's good with you, man? Hope you having a good day. Justin Sane, what it do, man? What's the deal? Yeah, I know it's a little early in the day for a brother, but it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I just gotta keep going. I show up when I feel like it, I guess. You know what I mean? I gotta show up when I feel like it. Um, but no, let's get into it. You know what I mean? 19 people in the watching, you know what I mean? It's fine with me. If it's two people watching, I'm still gonna say what I want to say. Yesterday was a crazy ass day. People caught the franchise tag yesterday. Um, a slew of people actually, and then the damn market got reset as well yesterday. Contract market got reset like a mad craziness, man. That deal that Mike Williams got from the Chargers. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have paid him that, man. I'm just being real. I probably would not have paid that dude that amount of money. But it is what it is. Mike Downs, what's cracking with you, man? What's the deal? Big boy Mario in the building. What it do with you? Anthony, what's cracking, man? EJ Raider just pulling up. What it do, my friend? Raider Two Face, my dude. That's my guy right there. Morning, sis. Laney Raider Red. Good morning to you, baby girl. Rod Gas. It's time for Mark Davis break the bank and go all in and start putting money on signing bonuses if we can be a contender team. Yeah, that's my thought as well, Rod Gas. You know what I mean? That's my thought as well. It's time to go all in. It's time to start spending some money. Man, we can't be wishy-washy in this free agency, dude. I'm not saying overpay anybody, not by any means. Please don't overpay nobody. But it is time that we did go out and actually spend our money on something decent. You know what I mean? Something that's needed, something that's going to be worth the value of whatever it is we pay. You know, I don't want to repeat, but at the same time, I'm not looking at a repeat of what we used to do because we don't have that type of style of front office anymore. You know what I mean? This front office, if they run anything like they did in New England, and I know we keep going back and forth about the New England thing, and it's the New England way and all of that. But the reality is, you can only judge, you know what I mean, from the past. You can't really look into the future because none of us really know it. You know, when we speculate about the future, that's just what it is. It's speculations. You know what I mean? It's our thought, it's our opinion. History always, repeats itself unless you understand it, and then you can fix it. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're gonna fix it. Mr. Nick, what's cracking with you? No Devontae, nope. Do we just draft a wide receiver or go after DK? Well, you know, me, Mr. Nick, I am a firm believer in going after DK Metcalf, man. Truthfully, I think I was the first one, and I think I've been the only one really talking about, you know, actually trying to put a package together to go and get this guy, man. I think that it can be done. It can literally be done. You know what I mean? I'm not asking to give up the farm like the donkeys did. I'm not with that. You know what I mean? Hey, Seattle got the bag. You know, Denver Broncos got the quarterback who I look, people been ragging on me, IG, everything, bro. I don't have any faith in Russell Wilson. I think he's on the wrong side of 30, and I think he's on a decline. I also don't like the fact that he had really one bad season there in Seattle, and you asked to be out, bro. You know what I mean? What you running from? You know what I mean? Why you can't stand and fight? I stand and fight. Fuck that. All that money they threw at him, you know what I mean? Going out and trying to get old linemen, okay, it didn't work. You know, it was a lot of injuries. Look, give it another season. But nah, because y'all didn't make it to the Super Bowl and y'all didn't make it to the playoffs, now you want out? You want to go somewhere else? Hey, man, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? Truthfully, I'm personally good on that style of player. And I don't think he's better than DC right now. Does he have a Super Bowl and he's been to 2? Yeah, of course. Cool, great, wonderful, man. But look, Dan Marino, great quarterback. You know, he didn't have any Super Bowls. So he never won a Super Bowl. You know, so for me, it's like, man, you can't base it on just because they got a Super Bowl, bro. He had a hell of a defense. He had a hellified defense over there. Yeah, he brought the offense to life when he got there. You know what I mean? The offense wasn't so hot, but the defense was fire. The D was fire. And you had a Marshawn Lynch, man. You can't tell me that having a Marshawn Lynch, you know what I mean, didn't help him. You got to be out of your mind, man. You know what I mean? Really got to be out of your mind. I always keep telling people, man, it takes more than one player on a team to get some shit done. You know, it takes more than one player. It can't just be all about the one guy, man. And I'm good on Russell Wilson, bro. Is he a good quarterback? Yeah, to some people. You know what I mean? To a lot of people. I'm not a fan of him, bro. I'm not a fan, and I don't really think he's going to be doing too much more, you know what I mean, in his years to come. And no, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Then I'm just being real. But that's my opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. You know what I mean? And I'll never shit on your opinion, but just for me, man, no, I don't think Russell Wilson is a Hall of Fame quarterback. Still a lot to be proven to me. You know what I mean? Sorry. That's just how I feel, man. Mike Downs in the building. What's cracking with you? Saints World's the deal. Virtual reps. What's cracking with you, man? I'm trying to see all the new people in, man. I don't want to leave nobody out. You know what I mean? Just got back from walking my neighbor's dog. For sure, man. For sure. What's cracking with you, Sinister? I hope Morrow comes back, Anthony. I truthfully hope Morrow comes back. I like Morrow. I'm willing to give him another shot at, you know, getting his job back. I really don't think there's any other teams out in the NFL right now willing to take a chance on him. Well, everybody's willing to take a chance on him, but it's all about where he fits and where he wants to be at the same time. You know, we let him test free agency last year, and it didn't work out so well with him, so we brought him back, and unfortunately, he got injured. So with him being injured this year, he didn't really have the chance to put numbers up on the board so other teams could actually look at him. And I think that may have hurt his ability to actually move on to another team. So I think he could come back, and I'm not against him coming back. You know what I mean? I'm not at all. Yeah, I understand, Laney. It hasn't really been that long of a time since Seattle's been relevant, truthfully. It was just a year. They're just a year removed from the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. It's only a 1 year, removed from the playoffs. It ain't like us where we just got to the playoffs for the first time in like 2016 after like 15-year hiatus. You know what I mean? Like look at our quarterback. How many times have we had a shitty ass season? When is he asked to leave? You know what I mean? Like I don't get it sometimes how how these players just be like, oh well, yeah. No, man, just play out the contract you own, man. You know, do the best you can possibly do and quit asking for extra shit. D-Lo, lock it to Vegas. I don't have an issue. I don't have a problem with it. I just prefer DK. DK is a little bit younger. Contract is a little bit less right now. And I just feel like he'll fit. They'll both fit. But yeah, I think it might be a little bit easier to pull DK than it would be to pull Lockett. You know, they probably want to keep Lockett so they can go Drew Lock to Tyler Lockett. Lock the Lockett. Lock the Lockett. You know what I mean? That's probably what Seattle was thinking. That's going to be their motherfucking new catchphrase throughout the 12-man area over there. Lock the Lockett. You know what I mean? So, fuck it. Whatever. Sounds like comedy to me. You know what I mean? Really sounds like comedy to me. Let's get into some more of these questions, some more of these chats. That's what I like doing, man. I like seeing what it is. Yeah, working on another great episode to bring rock news for sure, man. For sure. I like watching your shit sometimes. Sometimes I'm not a rock guy, you know what I mean? But I support my brothers. So if y'all don't know, Sam's World, if you're into heavy metal, rock, bands, and stuff like that, you really need to see my boy's channel, man. Should we go for Van Noy or Wagner or both? So here's my thing. I'm not into bringing in old ass players. I'm just not, Chaos. You know what I mean? I'm tired of that, you know, being our thing all the time, bringing in these players that they team don't even want to keep them anymore. Do they have a little bit left in the tank? Yeah, they got a little bit left in the tank. But do you really want to pay these guys veteran minimum or a little bit above that? I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. I'm not excited about taking players that have done so much for a franchise and they've just been shown the door. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's kind of a red flag, but everybody in free agency has a red flag. What am I going to get out of these guys? If you could tell me that they're going to play like they did 2 years ago in every game, then yeah, we have something to talk about. But if you're going to tell me that they're maybe just on the other side of the wrong side, then nah, I don't. I want something young. Now, you can bring in one, you know what I mean? If they're going to come in as a veteran role, as a veteran leadership, try to, you know, guide some of these younger cats along, cool. You know what I mean? I got no problem with that. But if that's not the case, and you're asking these guys to come in and be like day one starters, I probably don't want to spend my money like that. You know what I mean? I kind of probably really don't want to spend my money like that. Give me a JC Jackson first. Give me an offense. Actually, give me an O-line first. Give me a guard. Give me a tackle. You know what I mean? Give me something that we really need first and foremost. You know, our linebacking core could be actually pretty good this year with the ones that we do have on contract. Corey Littleton is still in the building. You know, he might be able to have a better season this year. It just all depends. You know, the free agency starts next week, so we just got a couple of days to go, and then we'll see what they do. Let's see what EJ Rader got to say. EJ, I like chart MVS, and you get one like Pickens. Let's see, Pickens in wide receiver room solving. Feel like I'm gonna those 2-3 guys. It's okay, yeah. Well, it depends. You know what I mean? It all depends. You know, things happen the way we want to sometimes, and things sometimes don't. You know what I mean? Chris Olave at 22, maybe not. Like I said, it all depends. For me, the draft, I'm really not touching really. You know what I mean? I really want to get through free agency and fill in the voids of what we really need in free agency. And then from that point, you know what I mean? Once free agency starts, then we can start talking about the draft, truthfully. Because I hate throwing out, you know what I mean, these crazy ass scenarios sometimes, which I'm really known for throwing out these crazy ass scenarios. You know what I mean? But some people think that I'm just being crazy and that I don't have any football knowledge. And that's not technically true. That's where a lot of my crazy aspects and opinions come from, is from the fact that I do have a vast football knowledge. So I literally sit back and equate things. You know, I look at things and I figure out, you know, okay, what has been done in the past? What is the trend? What seems to continuously go this way, this way, this way, this way? What kind of moves can be made to generate entertainment revenue? Because that's all the NFL is really concerned about, is generating entertainment revenue. If they can continuously stay rounded and continuously feeding the market with breaking news and hot takes and crazy ass scenarios, then they continue to bring in revenue upon revenue upon revenue upon revenue. And that's what happened yesterday. I mean, they brought in so much revenue from these crazy ass things that happened yesterday, which is what the name of the show is. Another crazy day in the NFL. Man, you got an old ass quarterback like Aaron Rodgers resetting the quarterback market, 4-year deal, when the dude probably only has 2 years left. So you just literally reset the market for a game you're getting ready to retire from. So you just screwed it up for everybody else. You know what I mean? That you just literally screwed it up for everything else. So now we got to continue this trend because it's not going to fall backwards. It's literally not going to fall backwards. And what are you going to do with all of that money, man? Truthfully, like, these cats is getting all this money and they're not doing anything with it. I don't see them helping. You know what I mean? I don't see him giving back. I just see him collecting and collecting and collecting. I think what he did yesterday was a selfish ass fucking move. And it's one of the reasons I've been dead set against bringing him here. I don't want that selfish ass shit. I really don't. Like, he's not a team player, man. Aaron Rodgers completely is not a team player, bro. And I don't give a shit what you say. You can't disprove me that. He's not a team player. So I'm good on him. Russell Wilson, we didn't already talked about him running out the building, you know what I mean, leaving his homies, you know what I mean, to take the case, you know, while he goes off and has a nice little vacation, man. I don't like that type of player either. Yeah, I'm dead set on having Carr over Wilson all day long, man. I'm dead set on having Carlson over Wilson all day long, man. Let's see, how many questions did I miss out on here, man? I try to see everybody's questions. Let me see, scroll back up. Let's see where we at. Raider Two-Face, what you got for me? If we can find lots of gems on our defense, you know, Diablo, Kunst, Gilsey, who still got the names. Well, look, everybody's got the time to shine, bro. Everybody's got the time to shine. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to get their time to shine. It's what it look. Here's what they're asking. Here's what people are looking for. This is what coaches are really, really looking for. What are you doing with your off season? How are you taking care of yourself in the off season? You know what I mean? Are you out bouncing around in low riders all day long, not getting in any work? Or are you putting in some type of work every day to improve yourself? Are you in that playbook? Are you in the gym? Are you eating right? You know what I mean? Is your mental health stable? Because we got players using mental health issues to go fucking place bets. You know what I mean? In the NFL. So, you know, and I feel like, you know, maybe he did have a mental health issue, because there's no way in the world I'm going to decline playing a game that I love, that I'm getting paid for, to fucking go place bets. I'm not doing that, man. You know what I mean? I'm literally not going to do that. That's completely opposite of what I worked for my whole damn life to get to what everything that I've put up with, everybody that I've put up with, all the no's, all the negativity, all of that. I dealt with all of that to get to where I'm at. And then you piss it away to place a couple of bets. That's BS, man. That's real BS. It was one of the reasons I didn't want that guy here, because I didn't really think he had a mental issue. I just felt like he quit on the team. He knew the team wasn't going to be any good. He didn't want to put himself out there on the line like that. I can't stand behind players like that. We don't need players like that. We shouldn't want players like that. We shouldn't want old players either. You know what I mean? Give me some of this new, young, fresh blood. You know what I mean? Some of these cats out here that's hungry. Look, I'm a big fan of late round picks. The reason why I'm a fan of late round picks is because some of these players in these late rounds feel like they should have went in earlier rounds, and now they got a chip on their shoulder, and now they hungry, and now they want to play. Now they're gonna go out there, they're gonna give everything they fucking got. You know what I mean? They're going to try hard. They're going to continue to press and press and press and press. Look at Max Crosby. Max fucking does everything he's supposed to do, and then more. He does what other people were supposed to do, and then more. Reason being, Max should have been an early round pick, but coming out of small school, not a lot of film on him. People don't really know who he is. He was taken in the late rounds. Then in his rookie year, he comes out and has a way better rookie year than Bosa, and then gets shysted for defensive rookie of the year. You know what I mean? If you ask me, bro, he deserved that defensive rookie of the year. I don't think Bosa's numbers really compared to Max Crosby's numbers, seeing that the fact that Max was taken in the super late rounds and Bosa was taken in the first rounds, and I think their numbers was damn near identical. If not, I think Max numbers was slightly better, but he got shafted because he was a late round pick. And then you got Bosa, who was a first round pick, and the Niners. Bro, honestly, Max Crosby had a better rookie year, man, and he got shysted, you know, and that's just my opinion. Like it, don't like it, I understand, you know, but that's just really how I feel. Yo, salute the Pyro up in the building, my guy. Eric Carbone, what's cracking with you? Gilbert, what the deal, man? What it is, man? I'm literally just starting to catch up. Westside Earn, what's cracking with you, bro? NorCal Jesse, my dude, is up in the building. You know what I mean? Always a pleasure to see you, brother. Always a pleasure to see you. And I ain't forgot you, man. I ain't forgot you, your gear is on its way, bro. Your gear is on its way, man. I had to get it ordered in, man. And yeah, but I got you, bro. Your shit is on the way. I didn't forget. I owe you a sweatshirt for being dead on accurate on that score prediction that you gave, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a man of my word, so I'm definitely gonna get that over to you. Unfiltered Truth, my guy. What's up with you, brother? You know what I mean? If you up to it, man, hey, pull up. You know what I mean? It's early daytime. You know what I mean? If anybody wants to pull up, man, just let me know. You know what I mean? That's all you got to do. The best Gruden pick ever. Hey, I feel you. I feel you. Let's see. I like the Legion of Boom. All of those guys were late round picks. Yep, they were all late round picks. Been a Raider fan since the early 70s. Hey, I feel you, brother. I've been a Raider fan since the reality. I was born in 79. I was born in Oakland. I was born to a Raider fan, but I didn't actually technically fully become a fan because I didn't really understand football. I didn't even understand football when I became a fan. But when at 3 years old is when I literally when I watched my first Raider game, the first Raider game I can remember. You know what I mean? So I can remember me watching my first Raider game when I was 3 years old. So that's where I became a Raider fan, and I haven't swayed from that since. You know what I mean? So I'm 42, so it means I've been a Raider fan just a little bit over 4 years because I'll be 43 this year. So yeah, that's my it's always been my team, man. It's always been my squad. Bosa got it because the Niners made the playoffs. Yeah, Mr. Nick, I know. You know what I mean? But sometimes, you know, I hate the fact that these players get this shit because of the team that they're on. You know what I mean? Like DC should have got MVP the year he got hurt. Reason being, he was our most valuable player. You know what I mean? He literally made the team way better when he was on the field. And when he went down, then you saw what happened. The team couldn't do anything. That's how you give most valuable player. That's how you should judge and base most valuable player at NFL. He was the most valuable player in the NFL that year. So he should have got it, and he didn't. He got screwed over. It is what it is. You can't go back and rewind time. You know what I mean? You can't. But the fact of the matter is, I still feel like DC should have at least one MVP in his career right now, bro. I feel like he should have at least one. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's see. Raider takeover. Hey, Dirty, what was your first Raiders experience? So my first Raiders experience, man, my first in-person Raiders experience, man, is the worst one of all, bro. I was on the sideline when we lost Bo Jackson, bro. I was on the sideline when we lost Bo Jackson, bro. That was my literal first encounter in person encounter, my first in-person encounter with the Raiders was the day we lost Bo Jackson in the Coliseum, bro. And I try to forget it, but I can't. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't, but I try to block that shit out of my mind. It took me a while to go back to a game after that. It took me probably about another 5 to 10 years before I went back to another football game for the Raiders. What can you expect this free agency? Hey, look, I want offense first. I want an offensive line first. You know what I mean? That's all I want first. I want to build a fucking, all right, so look, when they build castles, right? You know, when a king builds a castle, what's the first thing he builds at that castle? He builds a wall. You know what I mean? He builds protection. You know, he puts up a fort. You know, he builds a moat and then a bridge to cross that. And then a big ass, tall, long wall all the way around his shit. Right? That's the first thing you build. So in football, it's the same thing. Protect the king. The king is the quarterback. What do you put? How do you protect the king? You put a fucking wall around him. So that's what they need to do. Put a wall around him. You go get a Morgan Moses. Pay that man. You go try and pull an Austin Colbert from the Rams. You try to pay that man. You put a solid front in front of DC, in front of Josh Jacobs. You know what I mean? Out there with you know, Ingold if he comes back. You build them some safety. You build protection. If I just leave the king out, you know what I mean? Then what? Then your kingdom gets taken. Your kingdom gets destroyed. We can't allow the kingdom to continuously get destroyed. You know, so first and foremost, you got to build that wall. That should be your first and foremost thing, is building a wall. And I want Morgan Moses. I want Austin Colbert. And then maybe late rounds, pick up something that you can bring along. You know what I mean? If you don't go late rounds, if you go get a Kellen Dyche early, hey, I'm not upset at that. I won't be upset if you went and got a Kellen Dyche. I'm good. Actually, that's one of the guys I've been screaming for since we actually started talking about the NFL draft, you know, prospects and who's on the rise and who's going to fall and things of that nation. You know what I mean? So for me, you know, I need that line, bro. I really need that line, because if you give DC a line, he will get back to what he was when he was in 2016. It has been proven that if there is some protection around this dude can play this game like no other. And I'm just being honest. I'm not being a DC4 fan, right? I'm not being a car stand right now. I'm just speaking from what I've seen in my eyes and what I've experienced, you know, watching this kid. And yes, I'm calling him a kid because I'm 42 and he's younger than me. So how do you feel, Eric Fisher, left tackle? If he's available and he's going to take a nice deal and he's still serviceable and we're not going to have any issues out of him, if it's an upgrade, I'm good with it. If it's not an upgrade, I don't really want to talk about it. Now, is Fisher the same one that wasn't he at the Chiefs? Is this the same Fisher that was with the Chiefs before? If it is, I don't know. You know what I mean? I really don't know, because I know the Chiefs let him go because he was getting old. You know what I mean? They found something a little bit younger, a little bit more valuable. You know what I mean? So if that's the same guy, yeah, no, I don't. If that's the case, take over. I don't know. I need to know how much is left in him. How much does he have left in the tank? You know what I mean? And that's the only. Yeah, I'm younger than your mom, Sin. If I'm younger than your mom, I'm 42, bro. Sin, my boy, he be coming with some wild takes sometimes. But yeah, that would be my thing with him. You know, I gotta know what his history is with his injuries. You know what I mean? How is he getting over that? Because I know one of the reasons why he was let go from Kansas City was the fact that his age was up there and he was starting to get hurt a lot more. So Eric, right here, how do I feel about Wagner getting cut from Seattle? That tells me one or two things. They were really ready to move on. They got a lot of faith in the linebackers and things that they brought in. Or two, he's on the wrong side of production. You know what I mean? A lot of these cats are on they've already hit the pinnacle. You know what I mean? You know, they've already been at the top of the peak. You know what I mean? And they've gotten here and the team used them. You know what I mean? And now they're on this side. You know, so you was up here, but now you're like right here. Now remember, the bottom of the hill was right here. So if you're already right here, look, you're gonna have to take a hell of a pay cut. You're gonna have to take a prove it deal. He's gonna have to take a prove it deal. And I don't want no old ass linebackers, man. Look at KJ Wright, bro. I don't want no old ass linebackers, bro. That dude was a waste of money, a waste of time, man. Truthfully, I think he was a waste of money. He was a waste of time. I think his spot should have went to Will Compton. Truthfully, I felt like Will Compton would have been a way better addition, a way better pickup. You know, well, a lot more serviceable than fucking KJ Wright. And if KJ watches, hey, bro, it's no disrespect to you, but it's just what I watched on film. It's just what I saw. You didn't have it, bro. You ain't got it anymore. So I hope you bounce back at some point in time. You know what I mean? Just not with us, man. Just not with us. You know. So I salute you. I wish you the best, but please find another team, man. I'm good on you. And you can respond to me any old kind of way you want to, man. I'm never gonna change my mind, bro. I stand by what I say. Just like I said, Russell Wilson is not a Hall of Famer, and you can prove me wrong when you put him in the Hall of Fame. You know, but I still won't apologize for it. I don't fucking like the guy. Just being honest. I don't like anything about Seattle anymore. You know what I mean? I'm pissed with Seattle. I don't fucking like the fans. I really don't like the fucking fans. They are assholes. So, yeah, no, I know KJ Wright is not a Bobby Wagner, but they played together. You know what I mean? If he's still a machine, I want to see it. Prove it. Prove it. That's what I want him to do. You know what I mean? I want him to prove it. Because as much as he's done for Seattle, for them to show him the door like that, you know what I mean? Not even have a conversation about, maybe they did have a conversation about reworking the contract. He wasn't willing to budge. I mean, that's a possibility too. I don't know what really took place, but yeah, I don't know. You know, I honestly don't know. So I would really have to see where he's at physically before I say, yeah, go ahead and bring in Bobby Wagner. You know what I mean? I would literally have to look and check and see if Bobby Wagner is somebody that I would really want to pull in. But I really want to go get DK Metcalf. I'll take Tyler Lockett. You know what I mean? I want to go get somebody like a Bobby McCain or a PJ Williams, which is two people that I've done shows on before. Two cornerbacks that are very high in production, very low in economical value. You can get them on some hell of a deals, and you can definitely build this defensive backfield. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that we really need to address as well, is building these defensive backs. We already know Abrams is not going to cut it at safety. You know, that's just, it is what it is. We still have yet to see Gillespie actually get on the field as a safety and really stand out and do something, but we feel like he can. Of course, we got love and faith in Merrick. You know what I mean? I think he was just a little bit nervous last year, dropped a couple of interceptions, but I think he gets that fixed this year. So we'll see what happens with that. Sorry about that. Seahawk fan said Wagner has been on a decline for a few years. Showed up late last season. and his cap hit was 16 million, so he had to go. And 16 million is a lot. 16 million is out of the price tag of what I would be willing to pay him. That's for damn sure. You know what I mean? I'd probably give him 8. Truthfully, I'd probably give him 8 with some incentives and say, hey, prove to us that you can still play the game at a high level. You know what I mean? Prove to us that you can win the game still, that you can still play this game. Say we get DK Metcalf. Say we get, can we cross? Is that a need that we can cross out? Look, you don't pass on wide receivers in this draft. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. Can you cross out going to get a number 1? Yeah, you could. You could cross out going to get a number 1 if you would to get, you know, a DK Metcalf. You could cross out getting having to go find a number 1. You know what I mean? I do think this kid could be a number 1. I think that's one of the reasons he's asking to be out of Seattle, is because he believes that he can be a true number 1. And I don't think that's far out of the realm of his possibilities, man. You know what I mean? You're only good as you think you are. The amount of work that you put in makes you better. I think this kid puts in a lot of work, man. I don't know if y'all seen the photos of this dude in the gym and things, but man, and I'm not a part of that world, but this dude is fucking cut. This dude looks like a bodybuilder, bro. This dude he's yoked. And another great thing that I like about him, he's not all in media, bro. You don't hear everything about him. He's not one of these young cats on TikTok or anything like that, man. He keeps to himself. Super humble guy. Just wants to be the best wide receiver he can possibly be, man. And I definitely want that type of player in our locker room. You know what I mean? I definitely want that type of player in the locker room. Now, I will say he does eat McDonald's like Chad Ochocinco. You know what I mean? You know, if y'all watch, if y'all know, then y'all know. You know what I mean? But the kid takes care of his body, bro. He literally takes care of his physical attributes. You know, so I really, really, really would love to have that kid here, man. In the silver and black, man, rocking that 1-4. You know what I mean? That'd be a sick ass dope number. You know what I mean? For a wide receiver, got that 1-4 on there. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm a big advocate for DK Metcalf. Yo, Raiders, if you listening, Ziegler, if you're listening, Davis, if you're listening, go get DK Metcalf. I promise you, you will not regret it. I promise you now, you will not regret going to get this kid, man. So that's how I feel about that. But what I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna allow a couple of people to come in, give their opinions about yesterday, give their opinions about the team, and we're gonna have some fun today. I'm not gonna be here too long. I know everybody still got things to do today, work, things of that nature. I got a couple of things that I got to do today. I was supposed to be on last night. I got tired. Plus, it was gonna be real hard to follow that Four Horsemen show last night, man. That shit was amazing. Shout out to my boy Graphic Raider. Shout out to my boy Andy, Real Raider Talk Football. Shout out to my boy Wasted Talent, NFL and Raider Nation Unlimited. You know what I mean? And the host of the show, my little bro from the East. Shout out to you, Hammer, my brother. You know what I mean? That show was straight fire last night. It really was, man. It just made it real hard for me to do my show as far. They went so far left, man. I felt like my show was being broadcasted without me, man. Like that shit was mad crazy, but very enjoyable. You know what I mean? So salute to them 4 brothers right there, and fire ass intro that y'all got. Shout out to my nephew Digital Press for putting that shit together for him as well. I still don't think anybody got a more fire intro than mine. You know what I mean? But yeah, they that shit was fire. yeah, I still think I probably got the best intro of all. You know what I mean? But I'm a competitive person. You know what I mean? I've always been competitive like that. I don't like to lose. I don't think anybody likes to lose. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody likes to lose. But if you ain't first, you last. That's a product of Ricky Bobby Inc. It's been trademarked, copyrighted. Anyways. But nah, man. That was a show with the new intro. Yeah, that was their show with the new intro, man. That shit was fire. You know what I mean? I can't hate on that shit at all. It was fire. But I was waiting to see if there was gonna be any more news being cracked off today, anything like that. But I'm not really seeing too much of anything. I think it's gonna be a quiet day on the home fronts for a couple of days until free agency kicks off next week. And I think it should be a great time. I think everybody will be happy with the picks that we pick up in the coming days. Let's see. Let's go into the Raider website. Let's see what they got going on today. What do the Raiders have for us today? Any news? I'm not. Hey, look, Raiders, if y'all listening, I'm not a new fan. I'm not a fan of this new layout y'all got in the app. This shit is way more complicated than it was before. This shit is not cool. Y'all need to go back and revisit what it is y'all did, man. Because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not as easy, it's not as smooth. It's not going over well, you know? So let's take a look at the 2022 free agency premiere, a look at the Raiders unrestricted, restricted, and exclusive right players. So let's see. What do we have here? Restricted free agents have until April 22nd to sign an offer sheet. Okay. So our unrestricted free agents, we have 24. Any player with 4 or more occurred seasons and an expired contract, free to negotiate and sign with any team. That's what an unrestricted free agent is. So our unrestricted free agents are as follows: Peyton Barber, Derek Carrier, Jermaine Illuminor, Brandon Faison, Jonathan Hankins, Casey Hayward Jr., Richie Incognito, Deshaun Jackson, Quentin Jefferson, Zay Jones, Markel Lee, Marcus Mariota, Nick Martin, Gerald McCoy, Nicholas Morrow, Patrick Unswar, Brandon Parker, Darius Philon, Jalen Richard, Jordan Simmons, Solomon Thomas, Desmond Trufant, Kyle Welber, and KJ Wright. Our restricted free agents are as follows: tackle Jackson Barton, fullback Alec Ingold, safety Dallin Levitt, cornerback Keyshawn Nixon. I like the fact that Ingold is a restricted free agent. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a special guest backstage that I want to pull out real quick, that I want to pull out to the crowd really quickly. Pause. I know how y'all get in the chat sometimes. Sorry, I was looking down at the phone. I didn't see everything up here on the screen. I'm gonna get back to the chat, guaranteed. Just trying to give you guys a little bit of information, but real quick, want to bring my guy out. I love doing shows with this dude. Eventually, we're gonna find him a new name. We're gonna have to call him something else. I believe we may be working on that. I don't know. Yeah, hey, y'all already know who it is, man. When y'all hear the fact that we got the same name, my boy in Central California, Mr. Dirty Low. What's up,
my brother? What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just came in from outside. I thought you were gonna be on tonight, so I was like, shit. I'll see you tonight. But I see you on. I was like, let me just jump on real quick. I got a couple minutes.
Yeah, I might be back tonight though. It's a possibility I might be back tonight, but I got to move it around sometimes. You know what I mean? I definitely got to move it around. I was gonna do the show last night, but I watched the Four Horsemen, bro, and that was gonna be a tough act to follow.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
Like I hear that, you know what I mean? Those are our brothers and everything, but you know, you do you. You know what I mean? So,
I know, I do me.
Yeah, but it was a good show though last night. They did have
it was a good show, bro. You know what I mean? And then I let the other show go on last night. You know what I mean?
Oh, right,
the show you was on last. That one was on. I let that one go on too. You know what I mean? So, for me,
I got you.
You know what I mean? I do my shows. I get the good turnout when I need to get the good turnout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm actually, before we start talking about this, I know we're gonna have to talk off camera, bro, because I got something and I came up with an idea that I definitely need you a part of. So it's gonna be something that we talked about already. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. Oh man.
I'm not throwing shade at nobody, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not throwing shade at nobody. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, my mom and my sister, my stepdad, they know that I'm doing this now. So they're like, "What do you think? What's gonna happen?" Devontae Adams, and I was like, "Man, I had to sit back and really, really think about everything." It's been kind of a good whirlwind.
Yeah, look, I'm very upset at the fact that this old ass motherfucker reset the market. You know what I mean? At QB, I don't feel like he deserves that amount of money. I don't think he has that type of time left. And then it makes these other quarterbacks, numbers jump up. It means you got to spend more money. It means I got to give DC more money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because DC owns he deserves a lot more than what he's getting right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like DC, but I don't want to break the bank. Like, I don't want to break the bank on the quarterback. I want to break the bank on the whole damn team.
Yes.
Like having a full team. Break the bank on a bunch of players, but don't break the bank on one when you need more than one.
So yeah, I do agree, bro. But like, I know you guys have been hollering about JC Jackson, but a cornerback should not be making more than a quarterback. You know what I mean? So that's where that's like, I mean, like, the guy's great. Don't get me wrong. All these players that I'm talking about, man, that we talk about, these guys are doing things that are amazing, but you cannot have the cornerback making more first year with the Raiders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like shit, And it kind of, it's not frustrating, bro, but it's like, it sucks. But I think it's all gonna work out in the end. You know what I mean? But the speculation at this moment, my biggest thing personally is Russell. Okay, cool. So what? Everyone's panicking. I want to see on the defense side of the ball, because he already had to get ready for Herbert. He already had to get ready for Mahomes. Now he got this. So Graham got a lot of pressure, bro. And that defensive side of the ball needs to, in order for them to step up, bro, they're gonna have to make some great fucking moves. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be good. I'm like so damn excited right now.
Come on. Hey, look, this one is a good one right here too. Jarvis Landry. I could see Jarvis Landry in the silver and black.
Yep.
I could definitely see Jarvis Landry in the silver and black. Do you expect him to come in and be a number one though?
Nope.
That's the question.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Does he still have number one talent? I know he still got talent. You know what I mean? I just wonder, does he still have number one talent?
No. And with the way everything's looking as far as this year's concerned, until everything comes back up, I just have this little theory. We need everybody. I don't care if we have a number one. I need solid players. Landry's a solid player. We need the rotational pieces, man. We definitely do, because they're not going to know where to go. Obviously, we already have, Waller. I seen a good interview with them, bro. That was, I don't know if you got a chance to see it. It was on YouTube. It was all the pivot.
On Pivot? I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So Waller's staying. He ain't going nowhere. And we got Renfro. Edwards possibly might come into his own this year, but two more solid number twos to just change everything up, bro, would be very, very good for us because this defense, we're gonna have to be a defensive team no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Salute,
We
Jess.
gotta be. That's first and foremost on well, I'm not saying first and foremost, because first and foremost for me is still building that offensive line. You know what I mean? I don't know if you caught it earlier, but maybe you was outside when I had said, you know what I mean? You got to think of it like building a castle. You know what I mean? Building a castle for a king. What's the first thing you build? They build a fucking moat and a wall.
Yep.
Right? You got to protect the kingdom first. So when you're building the kingdom, first thing you got to do is you got to put up a wall. Well, your king is your quarterback. So in order for you to protect that dude, you got to build a wall in front of him. You know what I mean? So you
got to put alligators in that motherfucker.
Hey, bro, you drop whatever you can drop in that motherfucker. Landmines, alligators, piranhas. You know what I mean? Electric eels, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, you drop whatever you can drop in that water. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what they need to do. They need to go ahead and build that wall and put some fire ass dogs on that line and let them go fucking eat, bro. Let them hunt. You know what I mean? Let them do what they need to do. You know what I mean? Don't even get dogs, bro. Get wolves. I want fucking wolves, bro. I don't want no fucking dogs. I want fucking wolves, bro. Wolves run in a pack. Wolves don't leave each other out. They don't fucking do the crazy ass shit. I want wolves on that line. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. Or piranhas. Piranhas swim in packs too. You know, so and they eat, they devour. You know what I mean? They eat the bones and all. They get everything.
My bro from Washington, he's a big Seattle fan. You know what I mean? He's from Seattle, Washington, Seattle, whatever. So we were talking about it last night. We were playing Madden and shit, bro. And like he was like, man, he goes, the stupidest thing, man. They fucking got rid of him. They should have got rid of whoever. But negating the point, the offensive line that he's going to is maybe what, 2 places better than what he was coming from. He just has more weapons. That's it. You know what I mean? The defense is definitely better. I don't think they're automatically putting fucking Russell number 2. And I give him that from his past, but like I remember, I don't know whose I put it on, but Derek Carr and his numbers are really, really close. The biggest difference
just got traded to Washington.
Yeah, that's what I just seen that too. But
who the fuck is still taking a chance on Carson Wentz?
Washington. The Commanders. You remember that movie with what's his name? Fucking I can see Carson Wentz on that fucking shit.
Man, give me one hot second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna send out my I want to just got a request to be on the show. I'm gonna send out the invite real quick to one of my guys. Let me send this out to one of my guys real quick. It's one of the brothers I really enjoy going back and forth with. You know what I mean? I really enjoy his opinion. I think you guys really enjoy his opinion as well. You know what I mean? So give him a couple of minutes to pull up. Just sent it out to him.
Yeah, I can't swear. The only thing I was saying, he said about the turnovers. That's the only glaring difference is turnovers. I mean, yes, it's a big difference. It's a big, it's a thing, but but that's the numbers. Besides that, are pretty good, pretty damn close. I looked at them.
You talking about Russell Wilson in DC?
Yeah,
man.
Numbers
are. Hey, look, for DC not having the amount of talent that Russell Wilson has had around him, and I keep telling people that, bro, DC is not as terrible as you think. You know what I mean? He's really not. Damn, the shit just loaded. Carson Wentz reported Commanders 2 third-round picks.
Ugh.
Oh, 2021 third-round pick. What ended up a 2022 first-round selection to acquire Winston. Yeah, he got traded for 2 third-round picks, bro.
Oh, wait a minute. So Colts got the 2/3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds right. I thought. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm way tripping.
Yeah.
Then that means they're probably gonna pick up Trubisky, huh?
It's a good question. That's a good question.
Most likely, that's what they'll probably do. That's what I would do. Until you hear the word on Watson, but Watson's not going to the Colts.
I didn't want it to cut into anything, but I hope everybody's doing well. For those
Yeah.
How do you say you didn't want? Never mind. I'm not. I love my brother, but I swear sometimes people say. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even. It don't even matter. You know what I mean?
Hey, look over there.
Yeah, look over there. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see. Stephen A. Smith, top 5 QBs in AFC: Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Herbert, and Wilson. Really? I'm sorry, bro. I don't look. He's not. They're still not going to do shit. Regardless, I don't care who's their quarterback, bro. They're still not going to do anything.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like point blank, they're not going to do anything. Yeah, Gilbert. I know Washington wanted Carr, man, but you know what were we supposed to do? Go get Carson Wentz after that? Nah, not happening, man.
Trubisky?
I don't want Mitchell Trubisky either, man. Look, if it ain't DC4 right now, bro, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
You know what I'm kind of tripping on is how they. I remember we talked about this a long time ago about the whole tagging Carr for the next year.
Yeah.
And then when they turn around and said, they're going to give Max all this money and whatnot, I'm like, okay, interesting. But then I started hearing reports that they're like, well, maybe they're just going to play Carr out this year and then tag him next year. And I'm like, I heard 2 different reports this morning on that. I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't see it happening because, I mean, obviously they're not going to say you can't be pimping Carr like that. Like in the words of my big bro, Dirty.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You can't.
So like, yeah, they can't. You can't. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. How do you feel about the situation? Because I don't think I've got your take on it. Because if they're going to give Max money first, why not Carr first?
What's your question again?
So why would they give Max money first before Carr? Was that a smart move? To me, it feels like it's a smart move. It's something that I wouldn't think of. See, it's fucking a hard one, huh?
It's a hard one, man.
Yeah.
Well, Max is cheaper right now. That's a true one, D-Lo. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Diego. If y'all don't know who that is, that's Diego.
Okay. I see what you. Okay.
Yeah. Max is cheaper right now. That is a true statement. You know what I mean? Yeah, and real quick to Anthony Estrada, man, I really don't fuck with Stephen A. I don't.
I don't believe that at all.
I feel like half his shit that he says is literally just to get the people to come in, man. I don't believe he believes 99% of the shit that he fucking spits out of his mouth. You know what I mean? I've literally heard him say, he wake up in the morning and think about ways to generate more revenue for his bosses. You know what I mean? Which I feel like is a dumbass way of thinking. Wake up and think about ways to generate more revenue for you. You know what I mean? Generate more revenue for you. That's why I don't have a boss anymore. I'm tired of making other people money. Where my money? And I don't do this for money. That's not my thing. So please don't think that that's what I'm saying when I say this. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this for money. I just got tired of going to work and, making somebody else paper and not being given my just due. You know what I mean? So I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore. That's not how I'm built. So I'm built to be a leader. You know what I mean? Everybody's got to follow to a point. Once you can't follow anymore, you got to lead. And so I lead. You know what I mean? I lead. Like I've done things on this show that have never been done before. Anywhere. I've set myself on fire on this show. You know what I mean? Like I've done shit.
And I was there.
And I've done shit that people have never done before. I've done 15-hour lives. You know what I mean? Never been done before for Raider Nation. Getting ready to do a 12-day straight live. You know what I mean? I feel like that's something that's never been done before. Video clips, everything, man. My crazy ass takes. You know what I mean? My Rex Ryan take. I mean, my Rob Ryan take. That was fucking wild and crazy. But it happened. My Russell Wilson leaving Seattle take.
Yeah.
To Denver. It was wild and crazy. But it just fucking took place. It just happened. You know, so
I need your DK to go. I take place.
Yeah, I want the DK to go out and take place too. Look, like I want to be right, but I don't want to be right about everything, man. Because then that should have just scared the hell out of me. You know what I mean? If I'm right about everything, if I could just see the future for everything, I mean, I wish I could see the future for Lotto.
Yeah, that's what I say. Shoot me the numbers.
We'll I wish I could see the future for the Lotto, but I wish I could see the future.
We'll make some investments. We'll go buy the Raiders, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, I would never want to own an NFL team.
Nah, I wouldn't.
I would never want to own an NFL team, man. I don't have that type of time for the headache and stress and having to go and sit down with these owners of these teams that I know ain't never gonna fucking like me. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'd rather just buy season tickets.
I want to get some buy seats, bro. Yeah. Or reestablish the black hole. I want to get that money, that kind of money.
I'd buy a NASCAR team before I bought an NFL team.
See, I don't know nothing about NASCAR. I know they always turn left though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I'd be more willing to buy a NASCAR team than I would to buy an NFL team, man. And that's just being honest.
So no, they turn left. That's it. And Days of Thunder was a good movie for me, bro.
Oh, Days of Thunder was a great movie. Ladies and gentlemen, I got another special guest backstage that I want to bring out. I know you guys are going to love this man. If you don't love this man, then that means you're not subscribed to this man. And if you're not subscribed to this man, then what are you doing? Do you want the truth? Do you want the truth how it's supposed to be given to you?
Oh, shit.
Unfucking filtered? Because that's what they do over there, man. Ladies and gentlemen, my homeboy, Mr. Philly Rob. Phil, what's cracking with you, brother?
Not a whole lot. It's a random Wednesday morning, and so far the wifey is gone and the baby's asleep, and I might have 2 or 3 minutes to myself. What's happening?
What's happening, brother?
Good morning, brother.
I can't call it. I'm just looking at this Carson Wentz trade to Washington.
2/3.
I mean, I still think that was too much for Carson Wentz.
My sentiments exactly, brother.
Like 2/3 is like, so they made sure you get, and then you had to take the full contract too. Well, I don't know about that. I wouldn't have did it. But, yeah,
they were desperate. Washington was.
I mean, it's well. You look at it like this. I mean, it's a great move for Washington. You know that Carson Wentz not going to play the whole season, and you know that Tyler Heineke can't play the whole season. So if you can split it up and get maybe 10 games out of Carson Wentz and 8 games out of Heineke, by social they should be able to hit the playoffs.
Well, I mean, they're in a shit division.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a division where teams make the playoffs at 5 and something. You know what I mean?
It certainly ain't the AFC West.
Yes, it's certainly not the AFC West, man. And speaking of the AFC West, man, how you feel about what took place yesterday?
So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Dirty, as only I would. The unfiltered truth. I've been in hog heaven. I've been watching all of these people, your present company included, tell me about the wondrousness and the eliteness of our Lord and Savior, the Almighty DC4, and And the second Russell Wilson gets traded to Denver. Now remember that Derek Carr is better than Russell Wilson. We don't need Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is a bum. Russell Wilson is this. Russell Wilson is that. Russell Wilson got traded to Denver, and the motherfucking sky is falling. We're fucked. We're doomed. Fourth best quarterback in the division. Devontae Adams got franchise tag. Oh no! The whole offseason strategy. 1 minute. Boom. Gone. I've been telling people for months that it was not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've seen it. I've even stopped talking about it, because people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear the unfiltered truth all the time. The truth hurts. It does. Yeah. I'm not trying to hate on nobody, unlike Ms. Molly, who loves to call me a Carr basher. I don't believe I've said a negative thing about Carr to this point.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, see. But yet, that's the type of rap that I get for telling people the truth. I'm sorry. Rainbows and sunshine, cinnamon flavored farts.
Yeah, I personally don't think we're in trouble, Brian. I'm not a fan. You know me, bro. I'm not a fan of Russell Wilson. I'm just not. You know what I mean? I still don't think he's better than DC. Yeah, he's been to Super Bowls. Cool, great, wonderful. I know a lot of quarterbacks have been to Super Bowls. Doesn't fucking make them great. You know what I mean? What did they do when they lost Marshawn? Nothing. They didn't do shit after they lost Marshawn. I got people literally hitting me, telling me, "Oh, Marshawn didn't make the team. He didn't." Marshawn was everything with that team, bro. He was everything with that team. You notice the game that they originally played, they couldn't play anymore when Marshawn left. So for me, yes, Marshawn was a big difference. He's a huge fucking difference. And I'm not gonna change my mind about Russell Wilson. Is he good? Yeah. He's a lot of good quarterbacks in this, but I don't fucking like him. I don't. I like pocket passing quarterbacks anyway. You know what I mean? I like pocket passing quarterbacks. That's just my thing. That's what I grew up watching. That's what I can appreciate. That's the type of quarterback that tells me I've got everything that I need to fucking do. Just fucking protect me. Just fucking protect me, and we can get this shit done. I don't need a quarterback that's going to continuously go out there, put himself in harm's risk, and then he gets hurt, and then I got nothing. Look at Seattle. Well, they were left with that bum ass quarterback when Russell Wilson went down. And what did he do? He literally shit the bed every time he was on the field. I think this guy threw more interceptions in 10 minutes than I know most quarterbacks have thrown in their whole career.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. And we're talking about a guy who was projected to be a first-round draft pick, but didn't get drafted until the third round, and still showed up on the third fucking. Well, I don't even think it was the third round. Was it the fourth, fifth?
I'd have to go back and look.
But I know this motherfucker showed up all 3 days to sit in the green room. So you came to day 1, day 2, and then you left on day 3 as a draft pick? Nah, bro, I ain't got no faith in you. I got no faith in you, bro.
Hey, no, he's willing to wait his turn, if anything else.
Hey, bro, you would have had to call me and tell me I got drafted, bro. You would have had to call me. I'm not coming back on day 3. You can kiss. I probably won't come back on day 2. You can kiss my ass, bro.
I was supposed to be the chosen one. I'm taking my ball and going home.
Hey, but the Jets did the right thing. They waited. I'm glad they didn't take him in. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm glad. You know what I mean? But yeah, I am live during the day, man. I felt like I needed to bless the nation a little bit with a live show in the middle of the day. You know what I mean? But I will be back on at night. Trust that I will. Like I said, I had a show to do last night, but I watched the Four Horsemen, and it was a really good show. You know what I mean? And I didn't really want to follow that up. It was gonna be hard to follow that up, you know. So that shit was wild and crazy. It had nothing to do with whatever it started out being. It did not end that way. It did not end that way at all. So, I just like, yeah, I laughed my ass off last night, and then I got super tired, and I said, fuck it, let me do it at 10 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? I'll do it, move it back 12 hours. So I got up this morning and said, yeah, I feel good today. I feel real good today, man. And I want to talk about the shit that took place yesterday. You know what I mean? Do you think I'm out of my mind asking for DK Metcalf, bro?
It's not who I would have picked.
You prefer Tyler Lockett?
Tyler Lockett is a better scheme fit for what Josh McDaniels typically does. He's not a traditional over the top deep passer. It'd be more of those timing routes, option routes, and a strategic seam route here and there. You know what I'm saying? That rather than just a straight up. And let's be real, DK Metcalf is not a route runner. Has his route running gotten better since he was drafted? Absolutely, it has. But he's not a route runner by any stretch of the imagination. And so far, running with our guy, there's a lot of YOLO balls and time that needs to be spent before we can connect on deep passes. So I think that honestly, that would just be a waste because he wouldn't be used right for a couple years, and then after that point, what do you have?
I've always been a firm believer. I've always been a firm believer that mechanics can be fixed. You know what I mean? Character issues are a little bit harder. Injuries can't fix those at all. They are what they are.
Mechanics can be fixed, but physics are what physics are. 6'4", 230, at a 4.3 speed. There's no turn. That don't turn on a dime.
That's true. But it is hard to bring down once it got the ball.
Once it gets absolutely.
So, yeah.
I've been kind of thinking about red zone because we were fucking horrible in it, and one of the receivers that I pretty much is going to be free, and I seen is Lazard. 7 of his 8 touchdowns were in the red zone. So, I mean, as a depth piece, I think that'll work. You know what I mean? Because we keep on trying to go for this one player. We don't need that. We need a fucking team. We need committee. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm thinking. That's my logic. That's the way I'm perceiving everything. I don't want to go spend millions and millions of dollars, and it's not my money, but it's just, per se. I want players. I want depth because people it's a long season now. 18 weeks, bro. That's a long fucking time. You know what I mean? So we need like a level playing field all the ways around. You know what I mean? We're not the reason why we didn't win, or probably like in the playoffs, was defense, and we didn't have no receivers. I'm not saying the defense is crap. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? They weren't great. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just saying, man, we just need depth. Like, I don't want to turn around and finally go get, pay $20 million for a receiver and then he gets hurt 3 games in. I'm cool. I would rather have a level playing field. And I think one of the players said last year that, one player's making all the plays, but he's getting nothing, and the other one's making millions and millions of dollars and ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? And I think it was a shot towards Littleton and Kwiatkowski, which ended up on the special teams, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Like I'm saying, go get Connors. Connors is a very, very good back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it all depends on. I'm still just trying to wrap my head around everything. Like even Slater, Matthew Slater is 2.3 mil. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at receivers right now. Because dude, it would be great to have Allen Robinson, but his price just went up.
How you figure? He's still coming off an injury and a 500-yard season. How do you figure his price tag went up?
Yeah, you're right. My bad. I misspoke. I was just thinking because I just thought about the tag right now. I was thinking because they kept him Adams, but he's getting tagged at 20 mil or something like that. So yeah. So Allen Robinson might be low, but I like Crowder too. He's not a bad.
No, not at all. Overall, I still think in terms of everything that you want versus need and ability, DJ Chark is probably going to be your best bet, and you should be able to get him on a prove it deal.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, I got to jam out of here real quick. Something came up, so you guys continue to have a good show, and I'll meet up. I'll get up later.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you being here, brother.
Yeah.
Payson, my guy Payson with the $5 donation, brother. Greatly appreciate that. First and foremost, you ain't got to do that, bro. You know what I mean? You really ain't got to do that. I'm more interested in getting YouTube's money than I am getting, the nation's money. But everything is most greatly appreciated when it comes through, brother. For real, for real. First Commanders QB is a great Carson Wentz, and the Colts going after Jimmy G. Imagine going from Wentz to Jimmy G. look, you going from worse to slightly better. You know what I mean? That's all it is, man. You're going from worse to slightly better, maybe. But once again, Payson, bro, for real, greatly appreciate your $5 donation, bro. As I said, I'm really more interested in getting YouTube's ad money, than I am getting, the nation's money. But I greatly appreciate you for real. What's wrong with Robinson from KC? The fact that he was in KC.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. I think Littleton finishes his year out here. You know what I mean? In my opinion, 2 reasons. He does good in the 3-4 and might as well get production from him for 15 mil, then pay him 14 mil to play elsewhere. Most definitely, bro. I'm with that as well, bro. What's up with you, Mike? What's going on with you, Michael, man? How you feeling, brother?
Oh, my brother.
Hope all is well, man. Long time no talk to. Yeah, I'd rather pay him 15 mil to play too. Why am I gonna pay you 14 mil to go do something somewhere else, man? That just don't make no sense. You know what I mean? I might as well just pay you an extra $1 million and fucking have you play here. Why waste money? You know what I mean? Regardless, you're gonna pay for it, right? In the end, you're gonna pay for it. So that's what I tell people when they go buy cars. Same thing when I tell people when they go buy cars, man. Why don't you just spend an extra $50 and get a fucking better car? Spend an extra $50 a month and get a fucking better car. Stop buying fucking base models with fucking roll up windows and cloth seats. Stop buying that shit.
Roll up windows anymore?
Yeah, they still sell cars with roll up windows, bro. Bro, they still sell cars with no radios.
Where do they do that at?
They still sell cars with no radios, bro.
Wow.
So yeah, they still sell base model vehicles, bro. I don't.
Overseas, no?
Huh?
Overseas, no?
Not here.
Fuck.
Here, bro. Brand new cars, $10,000. They ain't got shit in them.
I ain't never seen one of those.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I spend a lot of time looking at cars, bro. I spend a lot of time looking at cars. It's something, it's one of my favorite pastimes, one of my favorite hobbies to do. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, yeah, I understand, people can only spend what they can spend, you know what I mean? But football wise, we can't keep buying base models, bro. You know what I mean? We gotta live a little lavish, homie. We gotta definitely live a little bit more lavish when it comes to spending in free agency. And as much as I love to agree with the fact that a corner shouldn't be making more than a quarterback. But at this point in time, bro, we
We need
need
it.
a fucking corner. And a JC Jackson is the fucking corner that I believe we need. And I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? I feel like he makes our defensive back room just a little bit better. I'm not saying instant shutdown corner, room, but it makes us a little bit better. Gives us a little bit
Definitely
more of a fighting chance. You know what I mean? Like it definitely gives us more of a fighting chance. So I've been preaching JC Jackson for forever. I think I was
Yeah.
the first one to mention JC Jackson. And that's what I want. That's literally what I want. So I don't want Stephon Gilmore. Michael,
I don't either.
Good Stephon Gilmore, bro. I don't think he's the answer to what we need to do or what we want. You know what I mean? So
Like PJ
I think
Williams.
Ziegler saw the writing on the wall, and that's the reason he got rid of him. He didn't do much in Carolina. He didn't really do much in Carolina. JC Jackson stole the job from him. So I feel like JC Jackson, go get him. You know what I mean? Go get him.
I like PJ Williams a lot too.
Yeah, I like PJ Williams a lot too. I want them to go get him too. But I really want that O line to be. I want that O line to be built, man. I want that O line to thrive. You know what I mean? What up with you, Ready for Life? What's cracking with you, man? Hope you having a blessed and wonderful day, man. Look, 66 people in the chat, man. I hope that everybody here is at least hit the thumbs up button or at least the thumbs down button, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care if you like it, if you dislike it, you know what I mean? But, if you dislike it, let me know. You know what I mean? And then tell me what it is you disliked about it. Was it the production? Was it my opinion? You know what I mean? Drop a line. Let me know. You know what I mean? Because all feedback is welcomed. That's how I make my show a better show. That's how we achieve greatness. You know what I mean? We take these opinions and we try to do what we can. You know what I mean? But if you don't tell me anything, I'll never know. Let's see. My boy Raider Kojo in the building. What's cracking with you, bro? I agree with you, Dirty. We need to break the bank. Let's say I agree with you, Dirty. We need to break the bank on the whole team, and JC Jackson will be our best corner since Nnamdi. Yeah. I would tend to agree with that. I think I could agree with that right there. Let me see. Raiders for Life. What did he say? Would you trade with the Jets if Jordan Davis is there? No, I'm not trading up for nobody.
Nope.
I'm me personally, GM. I'm not trading up for anybody. I'll trade back if I can and pick up an extra pick and build my team that way. But I'm not gonna go flying off the ledge like Thelma and Louise for anybody. Nah, I'm not gonna go do that. How are you doing, Dirty? I'm usually sleeping when you do late night shows, but I try to go back and watch them when I can. Hey, greatly appreciate you, James. I really do, bro. I'm gonna start trying to do a couple of more things during the daytime. I'm gonna try and get all the serious news and things of that nature out in the daytime if I can, but and then still try to keep my late night show the way it is, which is raunchy, full of comedy, enjoyable, something to ease your mind as you go into the night to sleep. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna bring the show to you at night to give you the late night feel. You know what I mean? So, but I know a lot of people don't get a chance to actually watch me live, and they get the chance to watch replays, so they never really get a chance to interact with me as much as they can. So I'm gonna start trying to bring that a little bit more to the daytime, because trust me, I truly enjoy the interaction that I get with you guys when I'm on other shows, so but there is no other show like this. There's nobody else like me. You know what I mean? You ain't never had a friend like me. I'm the genie in the bottle, man. You know what I mean? I'm the genie in the lamp, bro. You ain't never had a friend like me. So
what do you think about a Kwan Williams?
Kwan Williams?
Yeah, from San Francisco. He's a little older. He's 30. But he had 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits, forced fumble, and an interception. He's at like 2.3. He's right above PJ Williams. And the other number that's kind of sticking out to me, and I wanted him a long time ago, was Josh Norman as cornerback. I don't want him now, but he does have 6 forced fumbles. So last year.
So let me think. I'm still set on PJ Williams. I like his numbers and I like his value. You know what I mean? I'm really looking at that price tag and what I'm getting in return for that price tag. You know, that's one of the things that runs across my mind as me playing GM is what can I get the most production out of for the cheapest cost? You know what I mean? Like, you can go to the store and you can buy products, bro. You can go buy a product that's $500. You know what I mean? That's going to do this, this, and this, and this. And you can buy another product that's probably $300, but it's going to do the exact same damn thing and maybe more. Maybe more, right? But because the name brand on the $500 one is way more recognizable than the $300 one, you bought a $500 one.
Right.
I'm not doing that. There's got to be a value there. You know what I mean? I can't just pay for the name. You know, one of the things I found out working, you know what I mean, in that business for a little while is when you go to the store and you see some of these store brands, look at the back. Look and see who it was packaged by or distributed by. It's going to be a name brand company. You just didn't get the name brand box.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how a lot of these companies stay in business. They do side productions and just don't put their label on it, and then that company pays them to produce that shit, right? So when you go to the store next time you see a non-name brand thing, look on the back and see who it's distributed by.
Same company.
It's going to be the same company as the can next to it, and you're going to pay $1.50 less for it, just because you're not paying for labeling and packaging.
So if that's the case, what about Witherspoon from Pittsburgh? He's young.
Who?
Witherspoon? Aquino?
Young?
He's
young.
26.
26. What's his numbers?
9 games. 15 tackles, 368 snaps. No, never mind. Hey, you know what? I'll admit when I'm fucking wrong, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting there throwing names because I mean,
Hey,
overall,
bro,
we're learning as we're going. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir.
I know that I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's why I fuck with you, bro. You know that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean? But
like I'm looking at JC Jackson's numbers and 945 and 58. That's nowhere near Tre'Davious Ward, which is like 67. And then Desmond King had 93. And he's cheaper. And had 3 interceptions. But
yeah,
I mean,
you're talking about tackling, right?
Yeah.
Them high numbers when the 93s, the 60s, and you're talking about tackling, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at interceptions,
yeah, it's five different.
It's a big 5 difference, right? You look at completion rate against those guys.
It doesn't show up.
I'm just saying, but when you go and look at completion rate, you know what I mean? You got to take all of this stuff into account. Forced fumbles, pass breakups, which is a big thing. You know what I mean? Percentage amount of time targeted is another thing. You know what I mean? Shutdown corners are literally proven on those numbers.
So like Casey Hayward, you know what I mean? 1,092 snaps, 46 tackles, 1 interception. Yeah. He wasn't targeted at all.
You know what I mean? I mean, well, he was later in the season.
Yeah,
he was targeted later in the season. You know what I mean? But you know, you can't Like I said, it's a hard thing sometimes. That's why I don't do laws of average with, you know what I mean? That's why I don't group everybody together and come up with a fucking average. Because then it fandangos the numbers. You know what I mean? I don't like fandango numbers, bro. I like literally solidified, real, fucking factual numbers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So don't entertain me. You know what I mean? Teach me, educate me.
Right.
Don't just entertain me. And a lot of these guys that write these stories and put out these shows, and I'm not talking about our content creators. I'm talking about people.
Mhm.
They create an entertainment. They entertain you, but they don't educate you. You know what I mean? We're trying to educate you a little bit. You know what I mean? Because we don't know everything. And I never claim to know everything.
Yeah.
But I know a lot. I know enough. You know what I mean? And all I can do is give you my opinion, and it may not always be right. You know what I mean? But it is what I'm entitled to, which is my opinion.
Of course.
So, you know, in my opinion, I think JC Jackson is the best corner free agent available. And some good options for backup roles would be a PJ Williams, a Bobby McCain, and then after that, draft. You know what I mean? Go draft something after that. Yeah. So, but definitely, please go get that line first. But my boy Jonathan had a question. You know, before I roll out, or answer 3 more questions before I go ahead and roll out. He said, "What would you give up for DK or Lockett?" I would give up. So for Lockett, I can tell you, Seattle's not taking anything less than a first. I can tell you that right now. Seattle's probably not going to take anything less than a first for Lockett. It might be 2 first rounders. I don't know. They may be real greedy right about now. You know what I mean? After getting the bag from Broncos, they may be super greedy right about now. Who knows? But it may take 2 firsts and maybe a player to get a Tyler Lockett. I think you can get a DK Metcalf for a little bit less. I think you might be able to get DK for, second round. You might be able to get a second and a third round. You know what I mean? A third round this year and a second round next year. You know what I mean? For a DK Metcalf, and still keep your players. So, in my instance, I'd rather go for DK because he's slightly younger and bigger frame and can definitely stretch the field. You know what I mean? He can definitely stretch the field. So that would be my no, that's not going to get it done, Cool Kev. You know that. You know that's not going to get it done. Foster for Metcalf straight up, that's not going to fucking happen. Especially since they just went and got Noah Fant. They don't want no fucking Foster. Not happening, bro. Not happening. So.
Ooh, what about Delos?
Edwards in a second for DK? Probably not. Probably
I like
not.
what he's thinking though.
Huh? I like where his head is at, but that's probably not going to work. You're gonna have to throw in another pick.
And the third?
You're gonna have to throw in a third. But at the same time, I don't think you really want to get rid of Edwards. You don't have any wide receivers as it stands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're trying to build the room, not get stuck in a place where you still got to try to build the room. Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
It goes against kind of what I was saying. We need depth. You know what I mean? So it's like we need all these players, man.
Yeah, you got to have these players.
Yeah.
I would actually give them a second and Jonathan Abram.
See, all right. With all due respect, no. Okay, check this out.
Bro, I'm just being honest, bro. Like, I think that gets it done. Is it something
of course it's going to get it done?
You know what I mean? Is that something that I technically would want to do?
No,
probably not. But I think that's what gets it done.
Right, but see, the thing is, though, they already have Adams, right? I mean, yeah, Adams, yeah. So then it's pretty much just going to be like null and void. They're going to put him in the place that I want him. I've always wanted him at.
They're gonna put him at linebacker.
Yeah, but see, that's what kind of hurts me like about the Raiders and what we've done in the past. We turn around and give players up, and then they go to the perspective of the team and then just ball out. I think with the right training, and maybe he puts on about a good 10 pounds of muscle, flats, and running backs. That's all he needs to cover, bro. I think he'll fucking flourish in that because he's hard hitting. He's not dumb. He just can't cover. So in the 3-4, that's going to be his only fucking job.
Hey, Dre, for sure. I'm not trying to get rid of Waller, and like I said, you know, they just got Noah Fant. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're interested in a tight end anymore. You know what I mean? My initial trade for DK Metcalf, when I said it a month ago now, was that a month ago?
Yeah, it was about that.
About a month ago, my initial trade was Foster Moreau, a second and a third round pick for DK Metcalf. That was my initial trade offer to the Seattle. You know what I mean? When I brought it up a month ago, when I heard from a friend of mine that DK wanted out. You know what I mean? That friend also told me that Russell Wilson was not coming back as a Seattle Seahawk. You know what I mean? And that's when I had also said that Russell Wilson was on his way out to Denver. You know what I mean? And people were like, nah, he's coming back. He's not going there, blah, blah, blah. Bro, a friend of mine told me that Russell Wilson wasn't coming back and that DK wants out. So Russell Wilson just got traded yesterday to Denver, where my guy told me he was headed. So this trade has actually been in the works for a while. The conversation has been going on for a cool minute. You know what I mean? That's the crazy thing about it. The conversation's been going on for a cool minute. And DK still wants out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he still wants out. And I don't think Lockett is a viable option to leave Seattle. I think, like I said earlier, I think Seattle is building they're building something, you know what I mean? They need a new catchphrase, they need a new slogan, they need a new way to bring people into the building. So you imagine lock the Lockett. Drew Lock steps back, throws it up to Lockett. Lockett catches it. Oh, lock the Lockett, touchdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Entertainment side of the business, bro. Entertainment side of the business.
Fucking lost my train of thought.
Robert Pena, salute to you, man. Salute to you. I know I'll be on a little late for you to catch me sometimes. I know you tune in because you always respond in the chat. So much love to you, brother. Salute to you.
Fuck, there was something I was gonna say. It was Abrams. Hold on. And then after that, I'll let you finish up. You know what I mean? Fuck. Abrams. God damn it. It's gonna bother me, bro. I hate that shit.
I do
Getting
that
old, man. Getting old. Fuck. I'll figure it out right now before we jump off. But was it about Abrams? Oh, fuck it. I'm done.
MJR says 3-team trade. Carr to Colts, DK to Raiders. Seahawks get Colts first round pick and Raiders second. Nah. Nope. There's no reason to bring in DK if you ain't got Carr. It ain't no reason to bring in DK if you ain't got Carr. Look, one of the reasons DK wants out is because there's no quarterback there. There's nobody to get him the ball. He's not being used properly. You know what I mean? So MJR, it might sound nice, but you could take that Carr part out for me, man. You know what I mean? You're just gonna have to be another player. It's just gonna have to be another player, man. It's just gonna have to be another player for me, man. They're gonna have to ask for something else, but you can't get DC. You can't get DC because I damn sure don't want Drew Lock. I damn sure don't want Drew Lock.
That's a fucking negative.
You don't send away Brian Edwards, cool Kev. That's not the thing to do. You don't send away uh, a wide receiver from a room that's already depleted. You know what I mean? So Tyler Lockett going to lock up the AFC West. I don't know how he's going to lock up the AFC West when he's in the NFC West.
We bring in Brady?
No, fuck no. I'm not paying Tampa Bay all that fucking money.
They own his likeness, right? For another year.
Yeah, they own the rights to him.
Yeah.
Because he has one more year on his contract, but he chose to retire. Well, if he wanted to come back, they would have to either let him go, release him, or you have to trade for him. And you talking about Brady. There's no way they're just going to release Brady. You got to trade for him. And he's still Brady, so he still commands the biggest bag of all.
It would work if they traded Carr. And plus, it would work overall that they would have to give up more, but Carr would be in the package too. I don't even want to run the numbers because I really wouldn't even know how to. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that would be that.
D-Lo said you're going to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, that's what that was.
No, what's fucked up is I ain't going to sleep and I'll be sitting here thinking about what the fuck was it? But I hear you though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. That has something to do with fucking... Oh, that's what I was going to ask. There it is. Fuck you, D-Lo. No, I'm not going to wake up in the middle of the night. Vito's always getting on my shit, but salute, brother. No, thoughts on Wagner? How they released him?
So for me, what does he have left in the tank? Is my question. You know what I mean? What does he have left in the tank? People are telling me he's still a beast. I don't think that. I don't find that to be the truest of true. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? I don't find that to be the truest of true. Like I said, players get here, then they get here, then they get here, and then they get here. I believe he's somewhere in here right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? One of the reasons I may be turned off for him is because what the fuck KJ Wright did. You know what I mean? He left a place where he was familiar and didn't do a goddamn thing. He was a literal waste of fucking time, money, energy, and space. I would have rather had Will Compton than fucking KJ Wright. And I'm just being honest. And that's one of the dumbass choices that the front office made last year. By fucking keeping a KJ Wright, all because you got a rapport with him. You know what I mean? You went and fucking got him instead of fucking getting Will Compton, who actually had a better fucking season the year before and played in less games. Will Compton is a fucking dog. That dude's a fucking dog, bro. Did he make all the tackles? No. But did he fucking hit him to stop him and slow him down? Yes. That's the type of fucking player you want. That's the type of fucking player you need. The player that's going to go out there and throw it all on the fucking line. No plays off. That's all I want to see on the field. I don't want to see anything else on the field. I don't want Van Noy either. Unless he's got something left in the tank. And you're willing to take veteran minimum. Prove it. You're at the age where you got to prove it. I don't give a fuck what you did in the past. You're old. Prove it.
For me, bro, like, to be honest, I completely agree with you on that, on so many different levels. So of all these guys that are coming in that are saying, like, being left or whatnot, I'll prove it deals. I ain't giving up no money to anybody older. You prove it. If you prove it, I'll give you a 2-year deal with incentives. That's it. Mm-hmm. But it's got to be earned. Jesus Christ, 170 tackles in one season?
Was that last year, Terrence? Salute to Terrence, my
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
What's
yeah,
cracking with you?
Yeah.
Did Terrence just get here?
I just seen it right now.
Yeah, see, yeah, by the way, salute. Yeah, he just pulling
Salute.
up. Terrence just pulling the building, wrecking shit like, hey, fuck that. Oh, yeah, by the way, hello. My boy T, what's cracking with you, bro? Let's see. Wagner eats those tackles up. Hey, look, if he still got something left in the tank and he's willing to come in and he can still be valuable, cool. I'm not saying don't bring him in, but I'm still saying prove it. Prove it. Prove you can do it again. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's all they really had.
That's insane.
170 last season. Okay, cool. Sign him up. He would be a beast with, hey, look, him, Littleton, Perryman, Diablo. Bye, Abram. Abrams, you're on the way to Seattle for DK.
Yep, I'll do it. I will definitely do it then. I will fucking definitely do that then. I do got one more question, and I'm gonna let you go to finish up, brother, because I got to get going. Are we building through free agency or the draft or a combination?
Combination. The O-line will be built through the free agency.
Okay.
O-line will be built through free agency.
So then they're going to build a defense for
defensive backfield, or part of the defense will be built through free agency. The whole offensive line will be built through free agency.
Okay.
There will be key pieces added to the defense during free agency. Okay. You know what I mean? But the future will be built in the draft. Now, free agency. The future, draft.
Okay.
So,
wow, brother, thank you for letting me come on for a couple minutes.
Thank you for coming.
Kind of too long. I got shit I got to do. But
hey, me too, man. I got to get back to watching this movie Pride. You know what I mean? One of my favorite movies. You ain't never seen Pride?
Nah.
Pride is starring Bernie Mac and fuck. Why is his name slipping my tongue right now? Light-skinned nigga look like me.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying him, man.
Hey, man. This is my team, man. But I
might be right when I'm wrong, but I might be wrong when I'm right. And if I'm wrong,
yeah,
I'm right.
Yeah. Hey, Dre, for sure. Yeah, the swimming movie, bro. Yeah, the swimming movie, bro. I like old school movies like that, man. Basically, it's about this dude, you know, it's about this dude in Philadelphia, you know what I mean? He's a black swimmer back in like the 60s and 70s, bro. You know, real racist type time. They didn't really want to fuck with him, things of that nature. He was looking for a job. He ended up working for PDR, which is Philadelphia Department of Recreation. He gets sent out to a spot that they're closing down. He's there to clean up, and instead of him cleaning up the place, he reaches out to these boys that are out playing basketball in front of the place. The city takes the rims down. These kids don't have shit to do. He opens up the building. He teaches them to swim, and there you have it. You know what I mean? First all black swim team in America, PDR, from the Philadelphia Department of Recreations, and these motherfuckers have been responsible for some Olympic swimmers and things of that nature. Actually, Kevin Hart was part of a team there as well. That's where he learned to swim. But yeah, a real feel good movie. And then, like I said, I'm a big fan of Terrence Howard, and I'm an extremely big fan of Bernie Mac. And I woke up wanting to watch something that had Bernie Mac in it today, and so I chose to do something a little bit more educational. Hold on, give me one hot second. Hello? Hello? Hey, look, if you don't know me, if you're not going to say nothing, goodbye. God damn. Shit.
Hey, when I don't know the number, I'll be like Eddie Fried Chicken.
Nah, man, these not like, you know how you got some numbers when they look the same as somebody you know, and you know,
Right.
I got friends that keep getting burners, you know what I mean? So I don't even save their number, you know what I mean? Because they go through phones so quickly, you know, they just burner.
I got you.
So yeah. But yo, bro, I greatly appreciate you pulling up this evening. I mean, today,
Thank you,
man, hanging out with your boy for a minute.
Yes, sir.
I should be back tonight. I might be on just a tad bit earlier than normal. So
Okay.
it's a strong possibility. And if you ain't doing shit, bro, pull back up. We're gonna go over
Definitely.
whatever else fucking takes place today. And maybe look at a couple of other things, you know what I mean? Maybe see what free agencies are out there and try and build our team through free agency. You know what I mean? I'm working
thank
on
you
something.
to the chat. Thank you, brother. Man, it's always appreciated. You know what I mean? I'll talk to you
Appreciate you, bro.
soon. Laters.
Laters. Yo, Raider Nation, man. I greatly appreciate y'all being here for these 2 hours hanging out with your boy. I wish everybody the best today. I hope that everyone gets to whatever destination they're headed to safely and return home. Always know that if no one tells you they love you, look, I love you. You know what I mean? I ain't got to know you to care about you, respect you, you know what I mean, and have love for you. It's part of being a human being. It's just in my nature and my character. You know what I mean? So much love to everybody. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. You know what I mean? I do got a membership. You can join it if you want to. If not, it's not a big deal. I'm going to treat everybody the same. You know what I mean? If you pay to be there, if you don't pay to be there, the fact that you're here is greatly appreciated. You know what I mean? You could be anywhere in the world. You know what I mean? The fact that you took the time to be here with me, I can greatly appreciate it. And as I always end my show, man, no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Yo, Raider Nation, it's a beautiful day. Go get your motherfucking sunshine. We out. Peace.